What up, Dokkaners? So here we are once again waiting for more content in the game, and as we wait for part 2, we are going to be doing a celebration concept review video, because I've seen that there are a few. I didn't realize this, actually. There were several concepts circulating, and a couple of you guys send me these concepts, but I'm so bad at Twitter, like seeing all the notifications, that I just don't notice all of them. So I saw one of them, so I wanted to make a video on this because I've seen a lot of people talk about it. And that is the idea of a GT/DAIMA themed celebration. Having both Super Saiyan 4 from the canon version and the non-canon actually seems like a pretty fitting way to jump into the first global Dokkan celebration. So before we jump into the campaign concept, I wanted to first talk about this real quick, because Proton did tweet this out yesterday. So in the data download thread here, he added that there was some dialogue adjustments that were made in the stage 11 of the Dragon Ball GT 7 Shadow Dragons saga. Now, for more clarification here, stage 11 is this one, Until We Meet Again. So this is against the Omega Shenron boss. This is before what I originally thought it was, which was the GT, like the Vegeta Jr. part. This is before that. So why does this matter? Well, first of all, it matters because when they make these changes, it's because they took the time to deliberately review the event and see if there are any issues or any adjustments that need to be made. It was from their deliberate decision to review the event that they noticed that there was an issue with the text. This only happened on the global version because in the global version we have the English language. In JP it's just Japanese symbols. So what they did was they changed the spelling of the Emekians from Emekians to Emekans. They removed the I. That was literally the only adjustment that they made. But in speaking to Proton, this sort of thing is significant because, again, like I said, they are taking the time to look and review the content. That means that it's going to receive some sort of an update. Now, the last time we saw something like this, especially regarding GT, it was the Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT asset. This is something that happened about 6 months before we actually ended up getting anything new with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT. But back in the day, when we saw that, I'm sure myself and a lot of other Dokkan tubers made videos discussing the idea of a Super Saiyan 4 celebration coming up next, right? Because that's what you would think. So what I'm trying to say here is, while this change is significant in the grand scheme of Dokkan, it doesn't 100% necessarily translate to the next celebration having something to do with it. It's possible, and that's why a lot of people are probably thinking it, but it's not a guarantee. So apparently Havahai also did a concept like this with GT and DAIMA, which makes sense, and we'll get into it, but this does not guarantee anything. But I would like to think that maybe they do this time around, because we've come to expect them to not do it. So maybe in the hopes that Dokkan wants to continue their trolling streak, they throw us off by actually doing it. I don't know if reverse psychology works on Dokkan. So anyway, let's jump into the DAIMA GT celebration. So big ups to Prof, who is a fellow Heroes fan, not as big a fan as me, but this concept here has some interesting points. So let's just take a look at this. I also like how he went above and beyond. He made graphics, and he even matched the same uninspired, boring, bland, generic names. Look at this. First, Dragon Fest Dokkan Battle. Fateful Battles, Dokkan First Dragon Fest Global Celebration. The name repetition, you know, like just word after word. This is like perfect Dokkan nomenclature. Starting with the Countdown EZAs. So with this, he is starting with a bang, because he is bringing in the worldwide units from 2020. Is it 2022? From 3 years ago. These EZAs are going to be opening the celebration. Worldwide celebration and anniversaries, they both have countdown weeks, and as we've come to expect, there should be one starting at the end of the month, with the main celebration starting in the first week of July. So with this being the appetizer, the way that we sort of jump in, I think that this would be an absolutely home run decision, because this means this is sending a statement that this is just for the countdown. Better things are yet to come during the celebration. And with the 10th anniversary and what they have established as far as like the new standard, I don't think that that's going to be very difficult for them to do. It's going to be more about how good they make these guys. Hopefully they make them good, because the Frieza's been pretty good. The Goku's been pretty good from the last worldwide celebration, but that was during the anniversary. So will they even do this so soon after? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, out of these two, I don't even know which one would be better. Both, I mean, Cooler's the sword, Goku's the shield. And I still think to this day that this Goku is still viable. He's not nearly as consistent, but he is still a viable defensive option. So when he gets his EZA, I mean, it's gonna be stupidly good. Like borderline, not borderline, like you just straight up are invincible with him, I feel like. Anyway, we'll speculate on that in another video. All right, so part 1 stuff, what do we got here? So Divine Dragon Blessing, first Dragon Fest login bonus. It's interesting that we see Super Shenron in here. Does that matter? Is this because of like the Daima Shenron? Okay. Then we've got this is the Shadow Dragon one. So this is not the Shadow Dragon. This is from the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. Fateful Battles, first Dragon Fest missions. Are these just assets? Okay. Purunga Dragon Ball campaign. Yeah. During an anniversary or worldwide celebration, having any sort of like Dragon Ball thing is definitely gonna happen. Oh, and then we have our first look at the banner. It's not the banner, but like the little graphic here. So Dokkan Festival, Legendary Summon Carnival, GT Vegeta. So that means that the reverse, actually, wait, you know what? This is a different post altogether. So assuming that the unit is going to be some sort of a reversible exchange, this would be like the base. So it's going to be from the Vegeta perspective, starting off as Vegeta. Okay. And we've got Sin Shenron, who will ultimately become Omega Shenron. I would say, if anything, the one adjustment would be including one more LR, simply because during the 10th anniversary, we had 1 Dokkan Festival, 2 Carnivals. So maybe they would do the same thing here. The question is, though, if, like, let's just say we're going to continue doing the... Actually, wait. Is this celebration even GT and Daima? No, it is. Okay, GT and Daima. So if this is GT, what would the second GT unit be? Would it be double villains or would it be double heroes? So if it's GT Vegeta, who ultimately becomes like reversible exchange Vegeta and Goku, and then we have Sin Shenron, who ultimately becomes Omega, maybe the next Carnival unit could be, I don't know, like Nova Shenron, or maybe like a summonable Legion of Shadow Dragons. That'd be kind of neat, right? Or they would throw in a different GT boss from a different arc. Would they throw in a Carnival baby Vegeta? That also kind of works, because with Vegeta being the Dokkan Festival, I mean, he was sort of the catalyst to trigger, you know, baby's rise to glory, right? So I think that'd be kind of neat if we had like a double big bad boss Omega Shenron and baby Vegeta. Actually, wait, is baby Vegeta a big bad boss? I'm a fake Dragon Ball fan. I don't know. I'm literally gonna look it up right now. I don't remember. GT boss. GT boss. Is he a big bad boss? Yes, he is. Yeah. That'd be pretty neat. Dual big bad boss. I'm gonna go ahead and just make an adjustment here. That's what it is. I like it. Okay, so now for the content in here, we've got a red zone for Shadow Dragons. So not to be confused with the GT red zone, which has the Shadow Dragons fight in it, and also not to be confused with the Legion of Shadow Dragons like event that we've had. This is different. So this is the red zone. Stage 6 is versus Shadow Dragon. Stage 7 is against Omega, but this is where you fight all of them in sequence. And then there was another event when the Shadow Dragons, oh yeah, when the Wish is backshot. That's the one. So this one has every single Shadow Dragon has their own separate stage. So I mean, this would, I feel like, would essentially just be a carbon copy of that, only the numbers multiplied by 3 instead of 2 or something. I don't know. But hey, new event, new missions, more stones, more support memory, you know, that sort of thing. I'm okay with it. Ooh, we get a super EZA for Omega Shenron. You know what? That actually works. That actually works. Omega Shenron is an OG 70, releasing back in 2017, and his EZA was back in 2020. He would be a perfect addition to the Super EZA lineup. So yeah, I would totally be fine with that. That would be a very good choice for a Super EZA. And then we are okay. So if we're getting the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, that would also be good. People have been actually hoping for that even sooner. So that would add to the Giant Ape power. That would also serve as a great additional slot to the Giant Ape power rotation if you managed to miss one of the other units or you didn't get all of them up until this point. And then what is the next one? Super 17 EZA. Okay, this actually kind of reinforces what I was saying about having multiple GT bosses in here as Carnival units. Having a Super 17 EZA would just provide another, you know, he's not a big bad boss, but another GT boss caliber unit to actually function on the new age GT boss team. So that's pretty cool. I'm cool with that. Super 17 better be good though. He better be good. If he's bad, Prof, I'm coming after you. All right, so then for part 2, same sort of thing here. So we got the dual Dokkan or not the dual Dokkan Festival. We got a Dokkan Festival Carnival hybrid, and we've got the Dokkan Festival Super Saiyan 4, and then we've got Goma. So wait, how did we do this for anniversary? Did we do it where it was double Dokkan Festival? No, it was we ended up getting 4 new carnival characters. I think it might actually be nice if we had a dual Dokkan Festival and 1 carnival unit for part 2. I feel like they should do that. Give us 3 Dokkan Fests and 3 carnivals during a major celebration, but whatever. We'll continue with the theme here. So assuming they're gonna once again double up on the carnival units, if Super Saiyan 4 Goku is the Dokkan Festival and Goma is the carnival, what would the other carnival unit be? It could be anybody. So to keep in theme with, like, I don't know, would they even do a Daima boss? That's probably too soon. I don't think there wouldn't be anybody else. Nobody else could fit as a big boss of any kind. So I don't know, whatever the connective tissue is via the category, maybe it's just Daima Saga. Maybe throw in Tamagami 2. Tamagami 2 I think might actually be a good option, because Tamagami 2 is the counterpart to the Super Saiyan 3 Daima Mini Vegeta. The Goku and Glorio are sort of counterparts to one another because they faced off against one another in Daima. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta faced off against Tamagami 2, and we see the animations for that, but we don't actually see the Tamagami 2. So if we were to have Tamagami 2 as the second summonable character alongside Goma as carnival units, I think that would probably work here. Again, barring whatever the new category could be. So that's just my idea, but I mean, whatever. I'm wrong all the time. Then we've got a Daima. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Defeat the Tamagami, collect the Dragon Balls. I want this to be a challenge event, though. I don't want this to be a special event. Special events generally mean that they're very easy. They're not supposed to be that difficult, which, in all fairness, when it comes to obtaining Dragon Balls, that's probably a better design choice. You don't want your game to be, you know, putting Dragon Balls, like the most rare items, behind impossible events, because then that alienates newer players or those who are just not as experienced or who don't want to try as much. You know, all those different things will work against you. So for the sake of a new celebration, they probably are going to want to make that something more accessible. So yeah, special would be good. But I think that having something similar, like this premise sounds really cool for a challenge event. Like defeat the big three, right? You got to beat the big 3 in order to get something crazy from each one of them. Maybe, you know what? This could be like some sort of a challenge event for unique equips. That could be cool. I would like that. Okay, then what do we got here? Oh my God. Yeah. Fighting Legend Goku, Daima Edition. You know, this would absolutely be something that Dokkan would do. Making an event, legendary event for Goku once again, would totally be something that they would do. Not giving Cell a legendary event, or Gohan, or anybody else. No, they would give Goku yet another legendary event. But you know what? Would it work? Because right now we've got base, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, UI Sign, UI. That's 7. And then for the GT version, base, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Golden Great Ape, Super Saiyan 4, and then Super Saiyan 4 full power. That's 7 again. So if we're trying to hit 7 stages, how does that work with... Actually, wait, for Vegeta, how does that work? Vegeta's base, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, Blue, Royal Blue. That's 6. So if we were to give the Daima version an event, it would have to be at least 6 stages. So base, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4. That's only 5. So either they would have to do... They would have to split the Super Saiyan 4 into Daima, which is like the mini version, and then Super Saiyan 4, the adult version. That would give us 6. And then if they want to add one more, they would have to make like the first form base, like adult form, and then we get base Daima form. That would also probably work. Okay, so you know what? It does work in terms of how many stages. I just would rather it be somebody else, but whatever. And then we got an EZA for Gohan? What does Gohan have to do with this? Huh. This is the Garlic Jr. Phantom Zone Gohan. Why are you here? Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't really know what to add to this one, but hey, more EZAs. I'm okay with that. And then we've got EX part EZAs, which, I mean, yeah, of course, if you're going to open with the worldwide from 2022, you should close with the worldwide because we have these guys. So that would be pretty neat. Obviously there would need to be more stuff filling in between, but these are like the main points, the main marquee events. I think we could probably use a few more challenge events though. I don't want it to just be a red zone. I think that for an anniversary caliber celebration, there needs to be more. But obviously, you know, this is a concept. This is not going to completely 100% cover everything. But I think we could use like a red zone, a blue zone. We should also get some brand new unique event. During worldwide celebrations, we typically get some sort of brand new unique event. Like especially back during this, we had some sort of like story-based challenge event where you had to do different things with different characters. So if they give us something like that, maybe catering to the entire journey of GT, perhaps some sort of, I don't know, you know what, bring back collection of epic battles. I don't even feel like they need to make something new. If they just bring back old events that are just dusting away, give us a collection of epic battles, give us an infinite Dragon Ball history, bring back boss rush, you know, that's honestly I think would be enough to fill in and make for a good celebration. Or if anything, give us the when the wishes backshot, give us like an extreme version of this. That would also be good. Or add additional missions, you know, that would be something that could amplify the celebration overall. Just more variety, more stones, more content. That's what the celebration needs, and this is a good start. We just are gonna need more. But yeah, I would be totally fine with the DAIMA / GT. Hey, more monkey power. I'm of all people totally fine with more Super Saiyan 4s. We could use it. We have what, 4 solid no, we have the 10-year AGL Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, 7th anniversary Super Saiyan 4s, and whoops, that's it, right? That's honestly, well, you could throw in like the heroes characters. They're kind of marginal, but besides that, do we really have anybody else that really fits a Super Saiyan 4 solid team? Super Saiyan 4, I'm not talking like Giant Ape Power, because if you throw in Giant Ape Power, that would work with like Saiyan Saga Vegeta. Actually, yeah, I mean, the Golden Week Super Saiyan Vegeta, Goku, GT characters, they're not technically Super Saiyan 4, so I wouldn't count those. So yeah, we do need more. So give me more. Give me a dual Dokkan Festival for part 2, dual Carnival for part 1. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Learn in the comments your thoughts on the idea of a GT DAIMA dual celebration for the Global Dokkan celebration. Do you like that? Do you not like that? What are some other ideas that you would want to include for the celebration in terms of content, units? Feel free to share your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content of the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Also, if my audio levels seem a bit off, I am in the process of changing some things. So do let me know if the music seems softer, if my voice seems softer, if my voice is cutting out. If you're able to, just let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.